Should the NBA change the age rule to allow high school players to make the jump if they choose?
No.
Nah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. They want to make the league. I don't think you should stop them. That's on them. They can't cut it.
The only reason I'm saying is like you said, they're grown. If that's a decision, it is what it is. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Secondly, if I don't want you to go to college if your heart's not in it and just be in a program going through the motions, what does that do for the rest of your teammates? Because they know you don't want to be there. We all know you're here for one thing. You're not worried about them. You're worried about you because you have to be there. You're only there for, so you can get to the next step. Like, it's mandatory. I got to be here. So,
and also,
like,
I know it's way more failures than success stories with guys who came out of high school. Maybe the NBA front office need to do a better job of scouting players. You see what I'm saying?
and that's the thing. Like,
to me, it gives them a, kind of like, excuse. You know what I'm saying, for why they mess up on things. Like, it's that, no, it's you. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to do your due diligence. You supposed to do background checks the whole nine. See if this kid mentally tough. Do he love basketball? You know what I'm saying? Like, the Lenny Cook story, if you look at that, you can see there's a clear difference between him and LeBron. It's kind of even, and LeBron got him, but you could just see LeBron's character was different. He was hungry. He wanted it. Lenny Cook was already, like we talked about in the title, I'm already going to the league, man. That's how he carried it.
Why not put more, if they put more programs in to help, like I talked to Antoine Randall the other day, and he told me, he said, Chris, man, you don't know what it's like to be 18 years old or 17 years old, and they don't cut you a check that says, okay, every 2 weeks, here it is. When you sign that bonus, it's $20 million, boom. Mm-hmm. You 18 going, man, I just think they need more classes or more programs to help develop these kids if you're going to do an age restriction. I mean, if you're going to say they don't have to go to college, you got to put more programs in, man, because you're going to have these kids out here losing their minds.
Yeah, that's only the reason why I said it, too, just thinking it from the aspect of them still really being kids. I don't know if they decided to do something like that, if their parents have to sign off on it or something like that. But like you said, like a kid with $20 million walking down the street, like ain't no telling what they going to get into, and it can only hurt them in the end run. And I mean, from a basketball standpoint of it, amazing. You got a kid that's in there that's athletically gifted and, love the game. It's great for marketing and entertainment for us to watch the games and be fans. But to think of the actual person that's going through that, and not really knowing what to do, especially in high school. It's not like we learn how to balance your checkbook. If they were balancing checkbooks in college, in high school and learning financial responsibilities in high school and things like that, maybe. But
But what about that entourage you got to take care of?
But that's the thing.
Oh, that's anyway. They coming all the
time. But De'Aaron Fox, the freshman at Kentucky, said they do have programs for that. Like he said, all through high school. Like when you
I
go
will
to
say
these
some of
camps,
the schools.
No, not even Kentucky. I'm talking about he talking about high school, coming up through high school.
Some of the high schools do, yeah.
No, not even the high schools, like camps and stuff that they go to and everything like that. Because everybody not projected to be
that's a camp. That's 5 days of.
No, that's what I'm saying. But it's not even just camps. Because they travel. The EYBL circuit. They have guys come in between games to talk to them about the best media training. The trials and tribulations if you make that jump. Trying to prepare them so when the time comes for them to make that decision, they can make them and their fan they can make an educated decision and everything like that. Like they got a lot of that, and because everybody's not projected to be an NBA top dude out of high school.
Yeah, but I'm talking about what is the NBA like? What is they doing? What are they doing to protect their assets? Like what are they doing to say, hey, okay, I get everybody has programs getting there, but once you get there, you sign that $20 million, then it's like. Do I go to a class on Monday, like you said? Do I learn how to balance my checkbook?
Thing. They do that for like 2 weeks. Then it's up to them. I feel you, but that's up to them to listen. How much information do you need to be like, hey, watch where you invest your money. Don't do that. This is what you need to do. At some point,
2 weeks though.
What you need, like a year?
Being sign them.
I guess my whole thing's at the same time.
Look, put it this way.
You don't get it for 3 years.
How long do it take for me to tell you if you smoke this crack, that's bad for you? I gotta tell you that every day for a year. It should be common sense. Like, don't do that right then and there. You see what I'm saying? So,
but with some money in my account, if you tell me don't hit that club, I'm going. Yeah, it might not make sense for me to go to that club, but I'm.
That's another thing. Hey,
I'm gonna make sure on Friday.
You see what I'm saying? So some of it got coming in, but yeah, it's immaturity.
That's true too.
Because at the end of the day, like, what's the difference between the 18 and 19-year-old? You've been in college for like half a semester.
Yeah,
not
but
even in
college-
school.
yeah,
But you're not even in school, really.
But you still got so much of a network in college that's developing you too, man. So if you take a kid that's in college, I'm not saying 1 year, but you still have. I don't know. That's just a
Like, my
that's a-
whole
that's
thing
a
is, like,
tricky
it's
one.
not a perfect equation because
It
there's
is
college
tricky,
dudes
yeah.
that spend 2 or 3 years in there and still
still
come
not-
out and
They
blow
still
their
come
money.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You
Like,
know what I'm
it's a
saying? So it's
catch-22 on
like,
either
I understand
side,
what you're
but-
saying, and like that's why I'm just like, that's why I'm kind of like just go, because to me, you either gonna be smart about it when somebody tells you, or you not. Whether you went to 2 or 3 years of college or not, because we've seen people blow it.
That's true.
Whether 3 years, 4 years, how you spend 4 years of school and still run through $60 million real quick?
That's true.
Then you got an 18-year-old who had 3 years in the league and kept their money.
I mean, I get
You know what I'm
that too.
saying? So,
I feel like it's a case by case situation
Yeah.
too. Like, I don't know if, like you said, if there's a way that, like you said, they can like recruit better, or the scouts are better, like actually looking at the player as a whole, not just as a basketball player. Like, are they actually going to be productive as far as in their lives with what they're going to have to? But it comes down to ownership too. Like, you know, like you said, you could tell somebody one time, like, don't smoke weed because you're not gonna stay on the team. But there are plenty of them, and it's probably still going to be more of them, that are still going to do it, even though they're making $80 million a year, and you're jeopardizing that for it.
And lose it on one test.
Y'all hear the Stephen A. rant? Stay off. Like, and it's all sports. Every time, like, it never fails. You give it like a month, you be like, another one, dog. Like, you out the league now, NFL, because you.
Like, that's the crazy part. Like I said, there's no perfect
There's no perfect
equation,
answer here,
solution
but I still
for
think
it,
I still think that at least it makes the league look like they're at least attempting to help these kids realize that, okay, you need at least some type of structure before you can just
My
hop
whole
into
thing
it.
is, like, but that's just stop. That's just on every level. Like, that's my whole thing. All of it's a business, anyways, right? So why should you even have to go through the charade of fake caring?
Exactly, because the NBA.
Like, that's my thing. Is
But
like,
I mean, I
NBA
feel like it shouldn't be fake caring. That's just
no,
me. Maybe,
no, but I'm saying like in their version, they carried like they gave you 2 weeks. They don't have to give you 2 weeks. They're bringing people in to tell you how to manage your money, right? That's 2 weeks where you sit there and listen. That's probably more. That's probably 2 weeks where you probably even spend 2 weeks consistently in class. Your one and done year, right? That's 2 weeks in a rookie symposium, strictly on how to manage your money, how to manage your life, not to hang around certain people, not to do this, not to do that. Now, again, like Cardell said, if you need to hear that 5 times, look, I am so sorry.
And it's usually coming from former players who've been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the NBA, like when you pegged at a young age to be a potential NBA dude, they know who you are. The league know who you are from 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? So they scout you, they watch you develop and all that. They purposely send guys your way to talk to you, to give you information and stuff like that, to get you ready when it's time to make that jump, because they preparing you. They know you kind of gearing towards to come in the league. So they throwing people at you, gems and stuff like that. It's up to you to listen at the end of the day. And some of it's easy said than done, because some of them coming from situations where it's bad. They got to be the breadwinner or whatever, you know, and I understand that. But, you know, be smart about it. KG came from a situation. He was in jail and everything like that. He had to move to Chicago, take care of his sister while finishing his senior year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he had to figure out how to eat and all that, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's when, you know, even in the special, Kevin McHale was like, yo, you taking care of your little sister your whole senior year? You was like, yeah. He said, I went to talk to Flip. He was like, oh, I feel good about drafting this kid. He's more responsible than some of the college kids. Like,
It's a different era too, though. There's social media and everything else. This thing's crazy out here. So
Nah, I mean it is, but I mean that's where any era it still comes down, like you said, comes down to the kid. Like how many people do you need to tell you good from bad?
it's true.
Like, you know it.
You'll be surprised.
No, I mean I'm sure some people.
I feel you,
Look,
bro.
I'm sorry. Some people
I guess that's
really
the only
do.
thing I'm thinking of, because like.
But I mean, there's no perfect way to prepare somebody, because at the end of the day, if they don't want to listen or they don't want to receive
They
or
not
retain
gonna listen.
information,
yeah.
I mean,
You can
yeah,
put them
but
in classes
it's
for 2
still
years and it
it's
doesn't
still
matter.
good. I just still feel like it's good to have a set margin at least
Right.
for something. You know, that's like saying
so you feel like
I'm-
it should be more than 2 weeks on a rookie symposium?
no. I still don't think they should lower the age. That's just me. I just think they should keep it as it is. Yeah, it's one and done. Okay, at least you. I mean, if you want to say that it's for you know, a business standpoint or whatever, at least that I would feel better knowing that at least I required you guys to at least try to get an education, because basketball ain't gonna last forever, and that's good, and that's the truth. Like, it's not gonna last forever. There are a couple of them that after it's over, yeah, they've saved their money, yeah, they've, you know, done their thing and making sure that they're able to live afterwards and come up with being sports commentators and all these other things. A lot of people don't do that though. There's a lot of them that once they get out, they're like, what do I do now? You know, and they can become depressed. They can do all types of stuff. You never know. So like, I just feel at least knowing that, hey, you know, we set a margin. Like, I'm just thinking of it, for example, like, hey, I'm 15 and I want my license now. You technically could. You old enough to drive. But there's still an age limit for you to get your license because we just don't feel like you're there yet. And that's across the board. You know, it's just to kind of marginalize it and make like, this is just how it's supposed to go. That's just, I mean, I don't know if it's me just thinking about like, because recently working with teenage kids, like how they come up now, like you said, it's a different era. They don't think the same anymore. Yeah. Like they don't think past tomorrow. And I'm not saying it's all of them because I don't want to generalize it, but like they don't think past tomorrow. So I just feel like there should be somebody that's like, hey, this is what has to happen. You have to at least do this. Just my piece, that's all.
That's what Rapid Fire's for.